All right, so final war of season 33. We're going up against GT40. We really need a win here because if we win, then we take the podium for third place. If we lose, we will not. And there's a big difference in reward. So GT40 is known to kind of take the last war of the season a little more lighter, but we didn't want to take any chances just because we couldn't lose. So I'm taking Path 8 in Section 1. Vision Arcus has Get Richer, I believe, and we wanted to use Herc later in the war, so we went ahead and dropped Odin's pre-buffs because I was going to take Path 9 in Section 2 where I needed to be shock immune, and then Herc is 50% bleed immune for the other part of that fight. Anyway, so Vision Arcus here, my main concern was him getting to a special 3. So I was like, just don't let him do that. And I was thrown off because I parried him there. I could have sworn that normally I don't know, I thought he has tenacity. I don't know. That's just another example of me not knowing abilities all the time. Anyway, so he threw me off there, and that was not a good start. I was like, oh crap. And then you have to be careful because he gets cold snap on you, I think it is. So I was like, all right, well, Herc is beast, and he hits really hard. So as long as I just don't let Vision Arcus get to a special 3, I'm good. Just try not to let him get to a special 2 as well because that can catch you off guard, but it's all good. So here I was just trying to beat the crap out of him, just kind of keep him at a bar of power if I could, because the special one's pretty easy to avoid. Don't let him get to a special 3. Here I think I do my special intercept, and I figured that would do a lot of damage. As you can see, it did, and it actually killed him. So that was good. First fight a little shaky. At this point, I'm deathless in the season, so I really didn't want to mess up. So I was, I was just really trying not to die, so I was using all my boosts. Next fight, this one I was the most worried about, Nova on Mixmaster. I'm not good at repairing, so I thought about my strategy, thought about just doing medium light, countering his heavy. I thought about trying to do heavies. I wasn't really sure. I decided just to counter his heavy with medium light, but as you can see, my strategy
You're gonna run at him.
You're gonna run at Magneto.
I'm very fast.
My strategy will change here mid-fight. I also was curious. I think magnetism actually stops his aggressive prowess because he gets prowess for every second or whatever goes by, and he actually didn't get any. That's what I was worried about it as I was fighting, but then I didn't see any. I was wondering if I was actually hitting him enough, but yeah, no, it doesn't seem like he's getting any. So I guess magnetism shut that down, which is super awesome. So yeah, at this point I was getting back into the corner. I didn't reach him with my heavy, so I kind of feel comfortable in the corner here because he's a really easy heavy to evade. So I was just trying to basically avoid his heavy and then just follow the node, try to get to a special 3. And I knew he wouldn't get above a bar of power because of the node, whatever it is, he doesn't gain a lot of power. So basically the goal here is just stay alive, get to a special 3, try to hit it with some prowess and go from there. So here I did that. I think I hold it. This is a little risky, but it's all good. It all works out. So special 3 with, I didn't see how many prowess I had, but it's going to hit pretty hard. He's going to bleed a lot. So this fight worked out really good. I think we had died to this mini before with Nova. So it's one of those things where we really don't want to die. I had taken it before with Sorcerer, which is nice because you can get a slow on there. When he has a slow, you don't have to worry about Mixmaster. But I'm not sure which one I prefer. I may prefer with Magneto, seeing that he really didn't get that many prowess. But I guess he was getting them there at the end. I don't know. Anyway, you know how it goes. Me and nodes. Okay, Doom Section 2, Path 9. Shock and bleed alternating, and then one eye open. I don't have a white max pre-fight, so I cannot parry him. I took this fight as I think it was my very first fight of the season with New Nation. So it's a long fight, but I was very comfortable. What do I do? Yeah, just basically I opted not to get a ton of prowess, because if you get prowess, I got lucky that it resisted as heavy. As always, I get lucky in fights. But I didn't want to build up any temporary prowess because that might feed his Mystic Dispersion, and I really wanted to keep him below 2 bars of power if I could. It wouldn't be the end of the world if he got 2 bars, but I definitely didn't want to push him to a 3rd bar. So here I try to bait out a special 1, and of course he doesn't throw it. This is like the most maddening part of the game, when you're sitting here and you're just trying to bait out a special and you just won't throw it. So I tried to evade it there because I'm usually decent at evading specials, but clearly that didn't work out. It's pretty close. I'm winning the health battle here, so I know I'm okay, but I'm still like, all right, but I got clipped already by a special one, so don't play stupid. I don't know what you'll see in this fight. I try to avoid or I try to evade or use Dex on his special one, which a lot of times when it doesn't say it's unblockable, I should just block it because it's not going to hurt me that much. But I don't know. I'm used to trying to evade his special one from fighting him on Ball Snow with Void. So anyway, yeah, it's pretty easy, straightforward fight. Nothing crazy. Just win the health battle. Magneto is, I think, shock and bleed immune, something like that. Or basically, so I'm healing the whole fight, so I don't have to worry about that. Just don't parry and hit him because that damage will be reflected. Especially if you do a bleed, you really don't want that. And yeah, just watch out for his aura that gets activated, so you don't want to throw a special into him after his aura gets activated, and you don't want to hit him with the heavy. So it's just a slow, long fight with Magneto. On a timed fight, there might be a better strategy than this. You could try to get to a special 3 with prowess, but I just feel like with Mystic Dispersion, that's a little riskier. So it works out pretty well. Like I said, a long fight, nothing too crazy. Magneto has increased block proficiency versus metal opponents, so that helps a lot too in this fight. And he's pretty much dead. I got better at dexing special ones, so that works out. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it here. So I think we were winning by quite a few deaths at this point. Like I said, GT40 they brought in some experimental.
One of our gifted youngsters drew that. Thought it would be nice to show it off. You f***ing refrigerator.
They brought in some experimental champs, so I think they had already secured up #1. So congrats to GT40. They're a great group of guys, and they're very talented. This is our second time facing them this war. So here I have Bishop. That's why I wanted to have the Odin pre-fight, so I could be 80% shock resistant. I also am 50% bleed immune from Herc's abilities, and I have a point in Coagulate, which is 10%, so I think I'm 60%. But I have charges. I use a Power Start 1 boost here, so I know it's basically... I could have got to a special 2, but for my strategy, just get to a special 1 and then get to a special 2, and it'll be game over. Don't have him throw a special if I can help it. I can parry here. He gets Nerves of Steel, so I don't know, like every so often he gets armor ups, but I got that special intercept with special 1, and I'm in the shock phase, but I'm fine because I'm 80% shock resistant. So here I'm trying to hold my block and just bait out heavy. So I don't really want him to throw that special 1, because if he does, then he'll play some incinerates on me. Whenever I'm close to him, I just don't really feel like dealing with that. I'd rather almost try to evade a special 2, but he doesn't throw it. And then here I know I can end the fight if I just get that special intercept, which I get there, and that fight went pretty smooth. It was easy. So last fight of the season, I'm still deathless. Really hoping I could go deathless. It's a penny mini on
the meatloaf.
It's a penny on Safeguard. I know that this guy's running suicides. Like I said, GT40 just kind of took it easy on this war, so I knew that with Magneto, just basically have her throw specials, and everything else is pretty easy. Just parry heavy and get to a special 3, and that's pretty much game over. So yeah, parry heavy, and he's gonna die from throwing his own special, so nothing too crazy. It's pretty straightforward. I think that's about it. I think we had 1 death as an alliance, so we only had 1 death, which is great. We went 150 and 1. They had like 12 deaths or 10 deaths, but like I said, they had the #1 spot secured. But I think we had a really good season. We ended up getting 3rd place overall. My personal best finish as a season, thanks to the officers at New Nation, especially my personal ones, Bruce Lee, or B Lee as we call him. And that kind of threw me off right there, where I was getting power drain, so not a big deal. Anyway, also Char and Blee did amazing with planning. They did so good. That's the only reason why I didn't die. It was definitely not because of me. But I've enjoyed my first season here in New Nation. Hopefully they'll have me back next season. And yeah, so this is the end of the fight here. I'm just trying to bait out special ones, and he'll kill himself from recoil. And that's what he did. So Like I said, our battle group only had 1 death. We were pretty consistent all season. We either had 1 or 2 deaths. But that's about it. So rewards come out tomorrow, so I hope everyone gets good rewards. I appreciate you guys watching this video. GT40, congrats. JA, congrats on second. And hopefully next season we can maybe push up the leaderboard a little bit and maybe get second or first. So thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it.